Atlantis was released by Magic for the Atari 2600 in 1982. Your job is to protect the underwater city of Atlantis from a hellacious attack by the intergalactic group called the Gorgon. To defend the city, you must blast the vessels in the sky with one of the 3 cannons that are mounted on the left, right, and center. The center cannon fires straight up, the left cannon fires diagonally right, and the right cannon fires diagonally left. You can't alter your aim for any of them. You must time your shots with the fixed position of each cannon. Pressing the fire button will shoot, and doing so while moving the joystick left will fire the left cannon. Moving it right will fire the right cannon, and leaving it alone fires the center cannon. You have 7 bases of the city to protect, including the center cannon acting as one of them. The ships overhead don't attack, but what happens is each time a ship flies across the screen unharmed, it'll come back across again at a lower level. Once it gets to the 4th level at the bottom, it'll be close enough to unleash a death ray that will fry up one of your bases with each passing. Unless, of course, you destroy it. So, of course, you'll want to focus on killing off the bastards closer to you. But you shouldn't ignore the rest of them either, because every 10,000 points will award you with restoring your bases. And if you lose the center cannon, you'll probably want that back. Some may feel that using the center cannon is too easy, so if Game 1 isn't enough of a challenge for you, Game 2 will disable the center cannon and you're only allowed to use the other 2. Game 3 is a 2-player cooperative mode that also has the center cannon disabled, and each player controls one of the 2 side cannons. You can only fire 2 shots at a time, so in 2-player mode, you can only fire 1 shot at a time to prevent awkwardness from having your shots disabled if the other player is firing off 2 shots. So that's an adjustment you have to make when switching game modes, but it's not that big of a deal. Then Game 4 is an easy mode. After you inevitably lose all your stations and Atlantis is destroyed, a small ship flies away, foreshadowing the sequel, Cosmic Ark, although I'm not sure if the sequel was actually planned at the time. There was also a kinda sorta sequel, Atlantis 2. What happened was, Magic held a contest where players were to take pictures of the screen displaying their high scores. Those with the highest scores would be awarded a copy of Atlantis 2, which is nothing more than an altered version of Atlantis, where the point system is drastically decreased and the enemy ships are faster. Because there were so few made, an Atlantis 2 cartridge is a very rare and sought-after collector's item, worth thousands of dollars. Atlantis is a fun shooter, especially once it starts getting fast, but unfortunately there is a lack of variety. It's the same screen, same colors, and same ships all throughout the game. The speed does increase, like I said, so it's not like it's monotonous or anything, but it just would have been nice to see a few more ingredients to the stew. If you've only got enough room in your 2600 library for one fixed shooter, I'd say go with Missile Command, but Atlantis is a good solid game in its own right.